Well, good morning. This is Martin and Nick from Acquisition Assist. And today I'm introducing my colleague, senior colleague, Nicholas Symphonios, who hails from Greece. And just to open up and shed more light on our team. There's 8 of us at the moment, and I think it's important to understand. So good morning, Nick. How are you?
Good morning. Happy Friday. Eventually, it's Friday.
Happy Friday, indeed. So Nick, tell us more. Where were you born and grew up?
Yes, of course. So I have grown up in Kos. It's a very small island in Greece. After that, I studied. My studies actually were my bachelor in Greece, 5 years financial engineering. Then I decided
Financial
to
engineering.
financial
You,
engineering.
you
Yes.
studied in the island of Kos, did you?
Uh,
Or in
not
Athens?
not in Kos, in another actually, let's say, city in Greece. After that, I decided actually to move in the UK to do actually my master. Actually, sorry, before that, I went in the army too. Yes, I went in the army
Ah,
in Greece.
they still
For
have military service, do they, for
it is
young people?
necessary. Yeah, it is necessary for 9 months. And after that, I decided actually to go for to do actually my master in Manchester Business School in the UK. My master was in quantitative finance and risk management. Really, really interesting. Very technical, but very interesting. After that, I through the university I moved to Beijing for an internship in a real estate investment company. Really interesting experience.
Why did you go to Beijing, to China? That's interesting.
Because actually it was something very different. I always wanted actually to discover China because generally I admire the Asian culture. So I wanted actually to do something different because I knew back then that actually I was able to find a job generally in Europe. So I say, okay, there is a very good opportunity to move to a different country, different culture. So I really, really like it. Really like it. And
How did you get that job as a matter of interest? How
it
did they
was
find you or you found them?
I found them. I think it was back through the uni, if I remember well, from Manchester Uni, if I
Hmm.
remember well. Yeah, it was many years ago. Yeah, but I really enjoyed the experience. It was for 2 or 3 months. Back then, it was a small startup. Now they do excellent. They have, as far as I know, they have been expanding in the US. Very interesting experience. Very interesting experience.
And was the company you went to, because I know Beijing from my own background, was it central, north, south, east,
It was central.
central? And presumably you communicated in English with the other people?
Yes, I tried actually to learn Mandarin. I found it very challenging. So the main actually language was English, yeah.
Yeah.
Which was fine because people actually were able to speak English.
Yeah. So impressive. What do you think you learned in China?
Um, Interesting question. Except the knowledge about the real estate sector, because we're doing real estate back then, it was not only the technical skills. Okay, technical skills, the one thing, how to evaluate a real estate property, how to speak to investors, how to do actually prospecting, all these things. But more, it was eye-opening in the sense that it was something different. I mean, there are so many people, very international. I was really shocked because I never forget my background. I come from a very small island. So for a very small island to
Mm,
go to Beijing, back then for me it was a big achievement. It was a big
yeah,
achievement.
it's
It was more actually the culture that actually it was eye-opening. That in the culture, I was able to discover that okay, it's not only Europe. It's not only Europe. It's the whole world. This is what I discovered in Beijing, and obviously
yeah.
their civilization. Obviously,
Yeah, huge civilization. I think they are now stepping up. Excuse me, stepping up to have their rightful place in the power spectrum of the world because
mm,
they're 5,000-year-old culture. Um, I mean, I was there working in Beijing, and also I have quite a lot of contacts in the martial arts world. Sorry, I was in Hong Kong. Contacts in martial art worlds in business and also in martial arts. And I was impressed. I mean, I I remember as you maybe when you were in Beijing, everybody was going around on bicycles.
True, 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 true.
Not
Yes.
now, not for many years. It's all cars and a few
Oh,
bikes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone was on
So
bicycle. Yes, yes. It's true.
incredible. So, but coming back to your earlier life, your family, your father, I think is he an engineer?
Yeah, civil engineer. Yeah,
Civil engineer.
and yeah, my mother is. We have actually a family business, a jewelry business.
Yeah.
So now I am responsible for, let's say, kind of the family business is obviously in tourism.
Yep.
So
You
this is
have
what
tourist
actually.
apartments, yeah?
Yeah, it's short-term rental apartments and jewelry, but both of them it's related with tourism.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I am responsible for this now. Yeah.
Okay. And that's all in the island, is it? In
Yeah, yeah,
Cots?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Great. Now you I believe now, essentially you're resident in Athens.
Yep. I am
Okay.
between Athens and Kos, but mainly Athens.
Yeah. And when you came back from Beijing, did you go back to the UK to work?
I work actually in the UK for a few years. I was in Glasgow. I was actually in Edinburgh, Glasgow, London, and then I moved back in Greece. So I used to work in a few major investment banks in financial services, like JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, and a few other ones. Very interesting experience. And I find it even valuable even now that is very different what I'm doing. Because end of the day, because I studied finance, I was in finance, even now that I'm responsible for our, let's say, family businesses, I find it is still essential for me.
Well, what were the key learnings working for the big investment bank in the
It was
United Kingdom?
it was more a kind of, in my opinion, very international, the first thing. Second thing, international exposure as well. Third is more actually the mindset in the sense that you start learning how to be organized and how actually you put processes in place, which was very, very, very important. Very, very important.
Mm,
Yeah, yeah.
hmm.
And obviously, now that we are more a country in the SME world, you still have this mindset that actually you need to have processes, you need to be very organized. So yeah, it was very good. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And what sort of deals were you working on in
Uh,
these large institutions?
in the last institutions, I was actually more in a kind of a market risk and credit risk analysis. Then in the startups, I moved more in kind of the corporate finance. So I was responsible for the fundraising, for the business development, financial modeling, and valuations. So it was,
Mhm.
especially in the startup ecosystems, it was a kind of a range. Yeah.
So that's interesting. Quite different from, well, as you said, some of the tactics and so on that you were
Mhm.
using with the large can be transferred. We're
Yeah.
dealing with typically smaller,
Yeah.
owner-occupied, owner-operated businesses. What are some of the learnings that you've learned with Acquisition Assist in the last 2 years?
Firstly, I enjoy really my role here. This is the first thing. The second thing is um, I feel it's not only the technical, okay, except the technical because we keep learning more things, right? Every day we have actually new clients, so we always improving our technical skills
Mm.
regarding the M&A. Obviously, we keep improving our service as well. Is more what I have learned is more how actually to interact with each client, which is very important because each client is different. Every person is
Every
different.
client's different. Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm trying actually to improve on my communication skills for every client, which means someone, for example, who has an engineering background, I cannot discuss about very difficult finance, let's say. I cannot actually discuss very difficult financial topics regarding the terminology. So I'm trying actually to simplify them.
Yeah.
Another person, for example, who is an accountant or who has been again in the financial services or has generally a finance background, it's easier to communicate that. So I'm trying actually to adapt it and to make things easier, simpler, so people they can actually see our value as well as acquisition assist.
Yeah, yeah.
And the third thing, and the fourth thing is that we keep learning actually from you as well, because you have experience from and the big organizations and from the SMEs. So we keep learning from you on a daily basis.
Okay, the £50 note is in the post to you for that last remark. And one
No,
day I'll
no,
show you
but
my
it's true.
stripes on the back.
No, but it's true, it's true, it's true, it's true. Because
Anyway, that
you
was
don't know
great.
everything, so
Yeah, thank you. So, Nicholas Symphonius, a key member of the Acquisition Assist team, very valuable SME background with his family activities. So, we do walk the walk. We don't just talk the talk. We are SME business people, but with that large corporate background, which is very valuable because this is the thing. The large cap businesses are acquiring and merging and acquiring the whole time. So that background, your background, Nick, is very much valued, and we've enjoyed very much having you on the team. I look forward
thank you.
to expanding even further.
Thank you.
Any last remarks, Nick?
One advice actually to all the, let's say,
Oh, please,
potential, yeah,
please.
so one advice to all the
Could you
potential.
move a bit to your left because you're
Oh,
going
sorry.
off camera?
Oh, sorry. Here.
Bit to your
So,
left.
yeah. So for all the potential SME owners, one advice is that this whole journey, what I have noticed for the last 2 years, is not easy. So it takes time. But the only thing that you need to have in your mind is actually to be consistent and commit. Which means when I say commitment, not 1 hour per week, I mean 10 hours per week. And
Yeah.
then keep studying, keep speaking to people, keep looking for business. Obviously, with our help, they will achieve the result.
Yeah, I would absolutely endorse what you just said. It's those that are persistent and continue are those are the ones that succeed. This is not something to come into where you dabble a bit and try something. Oh, that didn't work, and then with a few tears you rush off and say, oh no, that doesn't work. You need to be consistent because the vendors are not silly and they want their money, and we help you to negotiate that. But there's lots of different factors in the whole thing. Nick, thank you very much. Sorry to keep you.
No problem. My pleasure.
Brilliant. We'll meet at 10 o'clock, and that's it.
Thank
Enjoy.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.